It's really all about being either objective or subjective. It's either or. And you can be ambiguous if you wish, but what good does that do to anybody, right? So I wasn't able to address this on the previous video, which is not an excuse, but an actual explanation that it's kind of the same topic. Just wasn't able to upload it because it was too long, but I'll try to do that soon. It's tragic, man, to see the ease with which those two crimes were committed. Because they were crimes, they are state sanctioned, but they're still crimes. Two people got, well, a lot of people got unnecessarily killed over those people patrolling their own citizens and fellow community members just because of orders from an insecure person that didn't experience love when they were little, so they make it everybody else's problem. And that's sad because could be doing much better without those kind of people in charge, because they're the ones who keep on draining us and filling us with hate and remorse and all these negativities that reflect in social problems, and we keep on calling the people who cause all those problems successful and billionaires and I'm sure politicians. I mean, we keep on trying to give them names that somehow justify whatever atrocities they are willing to commit out of convenience or fear. And I think that could end easily. We just need to make sure that we live our lives according to our wishes and not others' expectations, because that's where we lose ourselves. And that's where all these kind of people emerge. They just deem it possible to be a jerk or be a dick and just go on with their lives without consequence. And the important thing is that you don't have to rely or fall into previously tried and failed personalities and reasons to keep on being alive. You can just be yourself, because the main perpetrators of these kind of injustices are just people annoyed at life because they don't know how to enjoy it. So since they were not able to be themselves because of what they will say or because of their parents' wishes or demands, then they ended up living a life that they didn't want to live, and well, that's never good for anybody. And I'm sorry for the low tone of voice. That's how I talk. I will try to improve that, but sometimes it's hard to keep a thought and still keep on trying to correct your way of speaking. So that's why I'm doing this also to kind of improve that on me. Hopefully it works. But no one really wants those kind of attitudes that just happen out of consequence of people who don't have anything in their life, sometimes except for money. And they think that makes them capable of controlling others' actions and wishes and loves and all that. And it's silly because, again, that's where we fall out of place. And I'm also not trying to be judgy or high-horsed in any way. I mean, we've all been in those kind of mind places, but the important thing about the issue is that we need to learn from those mistakes, from those attitudes that lead to nothing positive. I'm not leftist, I'm not right. On the right, I'm sorry. I don't call myself anything. I just try to be as objective as possible. Just trying to think myself into trying to figure out a couple of things, and one of the main ones is that how do we conceive calling ourselves the most civilized and the ones with the biggest brain, and yet not being able to overcome things like money or greed or power, hunger, or to solve the hunger problems or the water problems in the world first before we start making everybody rich, everybody who creates guns and ammo. So it's really that intent, trying to conceive how to make sense of us believing that we're the most intelligent creature in the world, and it's the only one that's capable of defending itself from volcanoes and comets and other natural things that could kill all of us, or the most of us. Yet we still keep on dealing with the still same silly things. I'm gonna call them dumb because they're dumb. I mean, fighting over what? Pieces of cloth, bellic songs, pieces of land. They're just representations of what we should be, but we are not, and we're not a community because they keep on dividing us as easily as with colors or with any kind of representation of a team. And we lose ourselves in the mob mentality, thinking that the best thing for us is to do whatever others expect of us and not whatever the fuck we want to do with our lives. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking out loud because I'm sure not many people are going to listen to this out of someone who speaks like me. But still, if you made it this far, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. But before I go, let me finish with this thought. I wish none but thorough acceptance of what happened as something tragic, and try to see how it will be possible for you guys to recover from this loss. But positive thing about those two lives is that they were good people and they were trying to make things better. So on our part, honoring them with demonstrations that either left or right or any color is able to divide what is actually just. And we're even willing to accept that fact. Granted, some of us needed a little time and this kind of evidence to realize what kind of monsters we have handling things. So I hope that brings you solace and all the best wishes for you guys to recover from the loss of those two people, and not to underestimate whose deeds has happened also before. And for the longest of times, and this time they're making it with several cameras on top of them and to the wrong race, because believing that being white is a race and that it makes you better than somebody else. Sometimes it's too embedded within our mindsets, and we can seem to figure out that we are all the same. And in that regard, I hope that everybody who's involved gets what they deserve. And all the best wishes to the families to recover from these losses, and to any person who has died over unchecked egos and insatiable need to control. And I'm sorry. And thank you. Have a great one.